Hi everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you the easiest way to paint waterfalls, so stay tuned. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me for this painting tutorial today. The colors we're using are light olive green, and I've also got some black. I'm working on a 9x12 canvas, but you can paint yours on a larger size if you want, or even smaller. So I'm going to start by covering the entire canvas in black and green. Some areas are going to have more green and some are going to have more black. I'm going to just use one of my larger brushes here. It's a number 50 filbert brush. Use any large brush of your choice. It can be a flat or an angle dagger brush as well if you want. Okay, so let's come in now with our black and green. Now I'm just going to take a bit of each here, and in no specific way, I'm just going to apply the paint in all different directions, really. I'm going to come in with black now, where I know I'm going to have some waterfalls and cliffs and big rocks. And I'm doing this right over top of the first layer. And then I'll put some darker layers, just another layer over top. And then I'm going to just pull and sweep a few brush strokes across like this, 2 or 3 times. Okay, the next brush I'm going to be using is my 1-inch oval mop brush, and I want to apply a few taps for bushes up here in the distance. So I'm just going to use my olive green again. Just going to lightly tap around all across the top, leaving some spaces in between so we have some shadows. And then down here, I'm just going to pull in between where we have those black lines that we added. This is just going to be for some extra color on the rocks, maybe some moss where the waterfalls are going to be coming over. I'm going to add just a little bit of white to my green and pick a few areas up here to add a highlight to, so we create some more depth. Then just a light little pull across the bottom here. We're going to have a rock right in this area. I'm going to take a little bit of burnt sienna, and check the description box below this video for a full list of all the colors I'm using today. Burnt sienna, olive green, white, and just a little bit of, tiny bit of black. I'm very lightly going to add a little bit of light on a rock here, and then just soften with my finger a little bit. I'm going to apply it lightly over this rock here, a little bit here, and another area right here in the foreground. I've got a liner brush that I'm going to be using now, along with some black and some water. I'm going to create a little bit more detail on the rock here, slightly outlining and adding some lines just to give it some more definition. So just adding a few little wiggles and pulls. And then I'm going to need to add a dark black line here underneath for shadow. Taking just a little bit more of that burnt sienna with white. I'm going to mix it up here on my little palette. I'm going to turn it over and do something a little different that I don't normally do. I'm going to place my finger on it and add a little scumble around inside, and then soften with my finger. And this is just going to make it stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to be using a number 12 dagger or angle brush. I'm going to get it wet. I'm going to pick up my white here, get it quite loaded up. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top here. And then I'm going to turn my brush over and come in front of that one and add another one, because there's a few different layers. Whoops, turn it back that way. And then another one in front of that one. And then on an angle here, I go diagonal like this. And then underneath, skinny little line, and add another level. Add a few skinnier, singular ones here just with the corner of my brush. And then I really want this to be bright white, so I'm going to come over top and do another layer right there. Same with this one. And we've got a few skinny ones over here as well. And then I'm going to shake and wiggle a little bit and pull and drag and bring it over right in this area here. I'm going to create some commotion here, a little bit of splash. I'm going to use one of my mop brushes with just a tiny bit of white on it. And soften. And then with a damp angle brush again, I'm going to come back and pull from the splash area. And it's very transparent. And I want it to be kind of blurry looking on these edges here. Take a little bit more black now, and in between, I'm going to go slightly over to create a light gray color, and it's also going to make it look a little bit blurry. After washing my brush, take a little bit more white, tap, dab, and wiggle for a little bit more movement here. Come up slightly. And we're going to have a few other levels in here, and then make a little bit wiggly on top. And just lightly pull, turn my brush over, take a little bit of my olive green and add just little hints of it in here around the water. I'm going to bring it out just a little bit more here, a little further across towards just past the center. And that's it. This painting was so easy to do. Any one of you guys watching can do this. All you need is a flat brush or a dagger angle brush just like this. Have fun painting your own, and I'll see you all soon in another video. Bye!